What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff. So, I'm sitting here looking at coin market cap, and uh, watch this. Watch what's going to happen here. I'm going to update this, and we're going to see the price of the market really be drop. So I've just been watching it drop below $700 billion, and I think I've got a pretty good idea of what's going on here. And this is just my hypothetical, so I have a hypothesis on it, and you guys can take this opinion and run with it, or you can take this opinion and gather other opinions, or you can drop a comment below and share your thoughts on what's going on. But nonetheless, I'm seeing a buying opportunity, and I'm going to talk about what I think is going on, and probably more than likely what it is. And then I'm also going to talk about some coins that I'm really looking to scoop up and take out positions on. Because with this much red, I mean, this is crazy. This isn't a Red Sea. This is a bloodbath. Tron is getting bludgeoned. I mean, Tron is absolutely getting bludgeoned. That thing is getting destroyed. Wow. That is getting destroyed. What else is getting destroyed? Cardano is just getting bludgeoned. Ripple getting destroyed. Everything but Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum went from getting passed by Ripple to now almost having double the market cap of Ripple. What this tells me right here is that what a difference a week can make. They say what a difference a year can make. Well, what a difference a week can make in cryptocurrency. So we could go from Red Sea, or 3 days ago, everyone was flying high. We were on a, what is it? It looked like the Emerald Forest. I mean, we were seeing a sea of green. Now we're seeing a sea of red. So with all that being said, what I think is happening is the cryptocurrency market as a whole is doing an infrastructure repair. So it's kind of like when you're going across a bridge and it's under construction because it's getting old and it's not ready to handle all the high volume of traffic that's coming. So they take the next couple of weeks or couple months to really secure that bridge and make it stronger so it can secure that volume. That's why collectively we've seen Binance, Bitfinex, Bittrex all kind of slow things down a little bit and say they're not taking on any new users until they upgrade their systems. And so I think many of these exchanges have been having a lot of trouble because there's a lot of people coming in. So what that tells me is there's still tons of people to come into this market. So it's not because there's a lack of investor interest. It's because the infrastructure isn't strong enough to support that much new signups. I mean, that's what I've been hearing collectively. It's everything. Pretty much everything is under-equipped to handle the volume. And instead of handling or doing the infrastructure repair when there's a real a grip load of people on board, they're like, okay, let's get down to this before it gets real out of hand and we have a lot more people trying to get in. So let's fix it now so that in 2 months from now we're really strong, we're built up, and we're ready to take on this load. That's what I think is going on. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But I'm just getting the hunch that there's an infrastructure repair going on. The websites collectively seem to be halting transactions, slowing things down, kind of saying like, hey, not right now. It's like your favorite nightclub saying, hey, not right now. And you're like, what? You're my favorite nightclub. You better open this door and let me party tonight. Well, the party stopped. All you guys that are in there, just hold, just hold, just hold. Don't do anything ridiculous like sell and take a big loss, even on something like Tron that's just getting bludgeoned, even something like Cardano that's just getting pummeled. And with I wouldn't be surprised if this thing keeps pulling back. And if it does, it's just going to create more buying opportunities for you guys. What I like to suggest is when a coin reaches a certain price in a bull market, I always assume that at some point it'll revisit it. For example, I would assume that Cardano would revisit 124 sitting at 67 cents. You could assume that Cardano's on a dip and that's a buying opportunity and it'll revisit 122. That's kind of the way I would be looking at it. Tron, I'd be looking at Tron at 9 cents and I'd say, well, it's on a dip, so it'll more than likely revisit it. And what I would suggest here, next time you see a peak forming like this, what you could do is you could take your profits on your altcoins before they get slaughtered. And if you would have dumped them, if you would have consolidated some of your altcoin profits into Bitcoin, you would at least have a safer, secure store of value at this point. Because right now, some of these altcoins are getting destroyed. For example, if you took your Cardano profit and you put it into Bitcoin, you'd only be down 9% instead of 28% over the last 7 days. See, Bitcoin's less volatile in that sense than most of these altcoins, except for Litecoin. Litecoin could serve as a store of value also. If you don't like Bitcoin as a store of value, you could use Litecoin as a store of value. Or you hold. Previous videos I was talking about buying coins down here. Now I'm starting to look at these coins up here again, especially with this real big red candle right here. Tron is just getting slaughtered. I never was big on Stellar at that price. I thought that was overextended. Not to say that I called this, but I mean, Stellar, of all the coins up there, Stellar doesn't really belong. It's a Ripple hard fork. I mean, it's great, cool, whatever, but I mean, there should be another coin in there. Siacoin. That's interesting to watch. Yeah, I'm thinking that these are going to keep pulling back, actually. Look at people were buying this at an all-time high are just going to be left out in the cold on that one. Trying to find a real solid buying opportunity for you guys here. Really a great deal. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing keeps pulling back this whole market. Definitely if you're looking to buy, you should be looking at the 7-day being in the red more than anything. So some of these are still up at sky high prices, like Kin, still very high. Neblio, very, very high. That's not a buying opportunity there. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that I'm in love with buying yet. I mean, wow. Some of these coins are just getting annihilated. I'm just going to say hold, actually. I wanted to come in here and say, you know, buy these coins, but I'm not really seeing too many smoking hot deals at the moment. Because here's my logic. Here's my thoughts. Let's see where this thing's going from here. 672. Where's it at now? Yeah, it's still 672. It keeps pulling back. There's a lot of infrastructure repair that I think the big dogs don't want to create a big influx. I mean, bear in mind we're still up. We could be in the dip here. I mean, this could be as long as a few more days, but it could be as long as even a week. This because I don't know how long it's going to take for these websites to take on new users. You know, to be ready to take on high volume. So remember, it's not because of a lack of interest. I mean, the herd is just, it's like Walmart only having, I don't know, what was the hot Black Friday item this year? Let's just say it was a new Tonka truck that every 10-year-old had to have, right? And they only had 35 of them on their shelves. Well, everyone goes in there and they're all fighting for the same Tonka truck, but Walmart is selling it for $35 because it's on Black Friday sale price. So Walmart doesn't benefit from it, meaning the exchanges don't benefit from it. But there's only 35 in the store, so everyone goes home kind of with the sour face. Walmart doesn't make a lot of money from off that Tonka truck. Only the 35 people who got the Tonka truck are happy, and then everyone else is left in the cold saying, "Hey, what WTF?" Right? And that's kind of where we're at right now. We just don't have enough. There's a high demand and not enough supply or infrastructure for the supply. But it's going to be there. Obviously, there's a lot of coins out here in circulation. It's just the medium to get it there, to make it happen, is just not in place. And this is part of the reason why we need cryptocurrency and this kind of tech, blockchain tech, is because it highlights how far behind even the tech sector really is. Like, the tech sector has to really step it up. I mean, we're going through these growing pains right now. But overall, we're still very bullish on the cryptocurrency for the long haul. That's why we're saying that even in this big, long red candle that we have here, I mean, this is a red candle for sure. Most of the money is definitely coming out of Asia. A lot of this is just extraction from Asia right now, because Asia is the only ones awake right now. It's not Wall Street. It's not New York. It's not Chicago. All right. So it's a buying opportunity in the sense, if you want to buy into Bitcoin right now, I mean, look at that price for Bitcoin. That's another buying opportunity for Bitcoin. It's if you were to say what's a better value right now, Bitcoin's a better value than Ethereum. Ethereum's sitting at an all-time high, and Bitcoin's sitting at a real low over the last month. Cardano, Bitcoin Cash. I would say out of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin and Bitcoin are probably the best buys right now. I'm not touching Ripple. I'm not touching Ripple at all, and that has nothing to do with because it's a banker coin. I'm just not trusting it at this price. It was overvalued. My assumption is the money's coming out of Asia. So I think Asia's right now, and I know the Korean won is at play with CoinMarketCap. So maybe there's something going on with that. But it looks like because of the timing of this, it's out of Asia. We just watched it go up 1 billion. Let's check it again. In 24 hours, this could turn to green also. We don't know. I mean, I could say that I could see this continuing to plummet, but I could also see it in 24 hours turning green because a bunch of people buying up at these really low prices. Well, not really low prices, because the last time we were at these prices was, I mean, when was the last time we had this market cap? 673? January 2nd. It's only January 11th, January 10th, I'm sorry. So in 8 days ago is when we had this market cap. So all the gains, it's just in line with that 3 steps forward, 1 step back theory that I've been saying. And I wouldn't be surprised if sometimes we take 3 steps forward and then take 2 steps back. This could be one of those 2 steps back scenarios where we go up for 8 days and then we pull back for 4 or 5 days. Or it could be 3 steps forward, 3 steps back. It could just be where we break even. We don't know yet. But I'm more than anything, what I'm looking to get from this is some historical data to accumulate to go off of next time. I mean, that's what I'm looking for. Once we hit the all-time high of 646, we didn't revisit 646 until, let's see, so we fell off the cliff on December 21st, and we didn't revisit it until January 3rd. Or we didn't pass it until like January 2nd, January 3rd. So you can see that took us, what, 12, 13 days to get back to where we were pre-Christmas break. So how long is it going to take to get back up to $826 million or $1 billion? Is it going to take another 12 days for us to get back to this high? So it could be prepared to wait for 12 days for it to revisit this high, or this point right here, based on what we saw in the last historical. The historical before that, we moved fast out of that. We went from December 7th and we eclipsed on December 11th, but we didn't have infrastructure issues like we have now. The infrastructure repair issues, I know that these exchanges are working around the clock to get the issues fixed. But the fact that they weren't able to take on a lot of new investors really slowed down things. And once they repair that, and they have the infrastructure and the servers and on the host, that should solidify things for the long run, for another run. I mean, we were pushing $1 trillion real hard. I thought we were gonna. I was saying we were gonna hit $1 trillion by the end of the month. That's the way things were looking, and I still wouldn't be surprised to see us hit $1 trillion market cap by the end of the month. That would be an extremely bullish projection. Gives us 20 days to reach $1 trillion. That's just my thoughts. I don't think I don't think we're going bear. I don't think we're going to turn into a bear market. There's too much. I get texts from people left and right lately saying, "Hey, how do I get into Bitcoin? What do I got to do?" And these are not people that are from the channel contacting me. These are my friends. So I don't understand how we could have this many people interested in cryptocurrency and be going down, other than the fact that we have infrastructure issues that are not allowing them to sign up and get their coins, right? So high demand, not enough supply. I mean, there's not even enough Bitcoin right now. Like they're saying there's so much demand for Bitcoin, they don't even have enough Bitcoin, is what I've been hearing. So I don't understand why the price is so low then. If it's so hard to get a Bitcoin, why is the price still low? I wouldn't, like I said, I mean, for some reason I just got this thought right now. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing jacks green hard here. When I wake up in about 8 hours, this is my last video of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing just turns bright green either. I know I'm being optimistic, but I would not be surprised. Anyone who buys at these prices right now would be, yeah. To get Tron at 9 cents, you'll look back and say, wow, I got Tron at 9 cents. You know? To get Cardano right now at 69 cents, you'd be like, man, I got Cardano at 69 cents. I'm talking like in a month from now. In a month from now, you'll look at that price and be like, whew, wow. So anyways, guys, this is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. We'll see you guys next time.